hear me out. Somebody needs to create an app specifically for child-free people. Like, seriously, just for people who know 100% they do not want kids. There are a lot more of us than people think. People who have actually taken the time to think about it, and they're like, yeah, I do not want to be a part of parenthood. It's not for me, no thank you. And the awkward conversations of, do you want kids, would not even be a thing because people who sign up for the app get into it knowing that they do not want kids. And the other person does not want kids either. Like, you've made peace with your decision and you want to find other people who have also made peace with their decision. Dating would be so much easier if we had access to an app like that. I mean, granted, I'm married now, but me and my husband are both child-free, and we struggled for a long time in dating because a lot of people do want kids. And with being child-free, there's also a lot of judgment and kind of like condescending tones from other people because society expects you to want to have kids. But if there was an app, we could have probably avoided all of that. So I'm just saying, somebody build the app.
So this is for the child-free community, but do y'all have like huge issues in general with dating? Because the fact that we don't want kids, like, our stock just goes from here all the way below. Because if you want kids or, like, you know, you don't care, like, the sky's the limit. Like, you can pretty much talk to anybody. But when you know you specifically don't want kids, it's like, who the fuck do we talk to? Because now we have to be super specific, and I feel like we're forced to use fucking dating apps just so we can filter out the people who don't want kids. Like, there should be some type of social media app. I don't know if there's like a fucking Facebook group or something where we can just, all us child-free people can find each other and make it easier for us to have a fucking happy ending. Because it's hard out here.
I already don't feel good, but I'm very annoyed, and let me tell y'all why. So if you've been following me for a while, or you look at any of my social media, you know that I'm very, very adamant about not wanting kids. I also don't date men with kids, and I feel like it's pointless for me to talk to somebody that wants kids in the future because I don't want kids and I'm not changing my mind. So there's nothing for us to talk about. And even like when I'm dating or whatever, I'm very upfront about not wanting kids, not dating men with kids. And then I say, if you want kids, even if it's not right now, if you want kids in the future, I'm not the person for you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm just going to block you because there's nothing for us to talk about. And for some reason, men will still take it upon themselves to slide in my DMs or still try to talk to me. Yesterday, this man tried to talk to me and we go back and forth for a while. So me being me, I say, hey, do you have kids? Like, I'd rather you let me know up front so we can go ahead and end this now. And he's like, no, I don't have kids, but I do want some later on. Please don't block me. So bitch, you already knew where this was going. And you still took it upon yourself to approach me knowing that I don't want to date somebody that wants kids. I literally said, I will block you if I find out you want kids because there's no fucking point in us talking. Why not just go get a fucking girl that does want to have kids? Why try to get with somebody that doesn't want kids and change their minds? That shit is so fucking annoying, bitch.
So I made a video recently about how I'm 33. I do not have any children, nor do I want any children. Never been married, have no desire to be married, and I don't date. This sent men into a frenzy. They were angry, they were irate, they felt rejected and discarded by my statements. Although this message had absolutely nothing to do with them, they wasted no time being the horrible people that they are, and they started bullying me. Have men bullied me before? Yes, obviously yes. Am I shocked? No. Anytime I make these statements, that is the immediate response from men. Well, we can't do adult things with you. You taking yourself off the market. We're mad. We hate you. You don't want to have our children that we don't want to take care of, and we were going to leave you alone to be a black single mother. We hate you. It's so crazy how you can beat so many statistics as a black woman, but the men in your community don't see it as that. They see it as some sort of attack. And I truly do not understand. It's like, I do understand why y'all are like this, but realistically, what does a woman having, what does anything have to do with me not even a woman, me personally, deciding that I don't want to invest my time in romantic relationships have to do with you. There are other women like me. That's who I'm posting the message for, not you. You just happen to be on the same internet. You just happen to be on Beyonce's shared Wi-Fi with the rest of us, unfortunately. But the message was never for you. The message is for other like-minded women who I have come across because I have said these same things and shared these sentiments prior. And there are many women that feel the same way. At this point and at this stage in the game, especially in my life, I can't speak for every woman, but I'm so much more focused on my own happiness, my own personal development, and just growing and learning and being a better human day by day. As small as some of those actions may seem, I know that it is going to make me better in the end. And something about pouring a lot of time, resources, amongst other things in a romantic relationship just doesn't sit well with my spirit, especially when men typically lie, manipulate, abuse, misuse, so on and so forth. For the few men that are decent, 9 times out of 9, they're already with someone. You see? But realistically, I would rather focus on myself. And I think that's okay. I already know what I want. No man wronged me to the point to where I felt like, oh my God, I just don't like, yes, the dating pool sucks. I live in Houston. Have you ever tried dating in Houston? But realistically, to be perfectly honest, as a neurodivergent baddie, it's just a lot of things like that pattern recognition. It's just certain things that just, I don't know. I never felt like dating was required. It was never necessary for me. I think of men like accessories. They can be fun, but it's not needed. Like I can wear a really nice statement necklace, but it doesn't quite matter if the fit is already eating. It's just for funsies. It's not for realsies, you see. And in my mind, where I'm at now, I can entertain a planned date with a man that puts in the effort to plan something to go out and enjoy ourselves. But I am not seeking a romantic relationship. I wouldn't make that a secret. I don't think most men are seeking a romantic relationship, obviously, if we are being perfectly honest. So it's not like I'm going around trying to dissuade men or anything like that. It's just, babes, that's not what I want to do. Y'all don't want to do it either. So to have all this pressure built up about a woman saying, hey, I'm good on those things, and I'm loving the life that I have. I love the peace that I have. I love not having to pour so much into someone else that is unwilling to pour into me. I love not being abused mentally, physically, emotionally, and sexually. All the things. It's great when you don't put yourself in those compromising positions, but I'm never going to be the type of girly pop that seeks out a man. That's not my bag. It's not my bag. I'm just at a point to where I'm getting to my mid-30s and I'm like, I really need to start pouring more into myself. You have been, but you can do more. You can do better. Like, really take this time to believe in yourself and know that you can really do everything you put your mind to kind of vibes. That's it. I'm really only concerned with my life being lived the way that I want it to live. Like, everything else is just background noise to me. I don't want children whining in the background. I don't want to be worrying about whether or not my partner is manipulating me, lying to me, cheating on me, and doing all the things. I don't have to worry about that. I've taken myself out of the equation. I'm focused on dating myself, taking myself out, doing the things for myself. I've always treated myself nicely. No man is ever going to be able to treat me better than I treat myself. Are you serious? It's always going to be a man that ruins it, though. Unfortunately, I had so many kind messages from other women. I really appreciate y'all for chiming in. But I expected the men to be terrible, and that was the result. Are we surprised? Are we shocked? No.
And some of y'all may not like to hear this, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. And ignore my grandbaby back there. I'm babysitting. But if you are a woman in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, hell, in your 40s, and you are childless, don't you date no man with no motherfucking kids. You hear me? I tell this to my best friend all the time. Let me tell you something. A woman without kids is a flex. You are the prime cut of steak, okay? You are the center cut steak, the juiciest, most tender part. Don't you settle for a man with no motherfucking kids. You hear what I'm telling you? And I get it. The pickings are slim. They're slim. They are. But if you do settle, and I'm going to always say settle, for a man with kids, and you don't have kids, you better make sure that nigga treats you right and understands the value of what he holds in his hand. And as soon as that nigga show his ass, you better book it. You hear me? Okay. Another thing. If he does happen to have a child, because even I say, and I have one child, I have a daughter, I ain't dating no man with more than one kid, and I ain't dating no man with no kid that's under the age of 5, because why aren't you and the mama together? And what was I gonna say? Oh, make sure he treating you right. Okay? And make sure he ensures that you are comfortable with the dynamic between he and the mother of his kids. If ever that man try to hide side and get his shine on and tell you we're having family day, girl, take your suitcase, open it up, pack your shit up, and get the fuck out. Because what that nigga's trying to do, you know what he's trying to do, okay? There is a respect factor that needs to be understood and established. That man is to make you feel comfortable. It is not your responsibility to raise those children. You are an addition. You are a bonus parent. And I wouldn't even say parent, but you are a bonus, an additive to that child's life. Okay? That is not your responsibility. But that is if you so choose to settle for a man with kids. Okay. I'm gonna let you make it.
This dude thought that I didn't date men with kids because I don't like kids. He don't know me, baby. I love me a kid, all right? Baby, if a child is telling me we playing dress up, oh, it's over with. If a child say we playing pretend, baby, just tell me my role. Just tell me my role. Who am I? I love a kid so much that there is an app on my phone right now for a kid that I have not seen in months. But I know that when I come on around her again, I better have that YouTube Kids on my phone. I better have that Minecraft on my tablet. I better have that Roblox. Haven't seen them kids in a few months. But I know when I do see them again, I need to have that ready. That's how much I love kids. That's not why I want to date a man with kids, though. I don't want to date with a man with kids because the last time I dated a man with kids, I ended up best friends with his baby mama because I found out that he was garbage. The minute I found that, ooh, if I'm dating you and you got kids and I find out that you're a crappy dude, I am immediately on her side. I mean, Millie on her side. I dated a man with kids once, and once we solidified ourselves as boyfriend and girlfriend and that we was dating like exclusively for real, I told him, don't you think you should tell the mother of your child that you got a girlfriend so that she knows that there will be a woman around her child when you have your child? He's like, nah, she don't need to know all that. I'm like, why doesn't she need to know who's going to be around her child? That's when I figured out he never planned on me being around his child because he never planned to pick up his child. He never planned to actually see that's my problem. So like I took it upon myself and I contacted her and I told her, I said, hey, I'm Ariel, I'm dating. I just thought that it would be cool for you to know who was possibly gonna be around your child, because I know that at some point he gonna pick her up and everything like that. Come to find out, dude rarely picked up his child. They had like a schedule, right? That it wasn't a legal schedule, but it's a schedule that they had like was supposed to agree on, and like his mama and her mama knew about the schedule, but he just never adhered to it. So I didn't tell him that I knew that he was supposed to have the schedule, right? But the next weekend was the weekend that he was supposed to get his child, and he talked to me like, hey, we gonna go out this weekend. I said, Aunt, you supposed to have your daughter this weekend. He like, how you know that? I said, cause I talked to her mama. You said you agreed to have your child every other weekend, and this is the weekend that you're supposed to have your child. Why ain't you going to pick her up? Why are you making plans with me and not with your child? He got mad at me. I ended up breaking up with him, and I'm still friends with the mother of his child to this day, because that's some crappy stuff. I can't be with a dude who don't take care of his kids, and I don't want to run the risk into liking a dude, getting my feelings involved just to find out that you a bum to your kid. That's why I don't date women and kids, because I get very feral. And I know that hurts because that was my mama. My mama was the one sitting there trying to figure out, okay, is this man really going to come and pick up his child or not? My mom was the one not knowing what chick was going to be around her child. So I'm definitely not about to put that woman in that position. Ever. My hair got damaged because my mama didn't know what woman was going to be around me. I would never put another woman in that position with her child. That's why I don't date men with kids. Because I cannot run that risk again, because I get too passionate. You think the kid is mine. But how upset I get, baby, bye.
TikTok, I cannot be the only person who will not date people with kids when I don't have kids! Fuck! I'm sorry. I'm not even fucking sorry. So I had conversations with some coworkers. You know, with coworkers, you talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Kids get brought up. I'm probably one of the only ones that ain't got no kids. Okay? So I'm already up against a lot. All right? Moving on. I'm gonna speak my piece. I ain't never been a bitch to shy away. They tried to convince me that I am the only person on this earth, basically, without kids that won't date somebody with kids. Because apparently everybody got kids. How y'all gonna say everybody have kids and I'm sitting right the fuck here? I digress. They ask me, why won't you date somebody that has kids? The only thing sweet about me is my name, okay? That's it. I keep it 100. I tell them straight up, if I have the option to not have a broken home or have the chance to start a home unbroken, I'm gonna choose that first, rather than going with somebody who already has a broken house, a broken family. This is where y'all start getting offended. Tell me I'm lying though. Okay. That already has a broken home. I'm gonna go with this option. Okay? Because let me also be honest. Whenever I do meet a man and he's like, yes, I do have a child, me and the mother aren't together, I'm turned off from you, because I'm already looking at you like, nigga, you lay your seed anywhere and just leave. Is what it is. That's now a broken home. Well, I wasn't raised in a broken home. I don't want to raise my child in a broken home. This generation has gotten this generation thinks that having a baby is part of dating. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What? And because all y'all done fucked up. Misery loves what? Say it with me now. Company, bitch. No. I have more options than you. I have different options than you. You have to select from what you can get. I got options. I don't got to deal with nothing I don't want to. You don't either, but you also got a kid to think of. It's not just you you're thinking of. And I think at the end of the day, the options that I have that you no longer have really be fucking with y'all. To get over it, y'all need to heal that and move the fuck on. Because it could happen to me. It just hasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I've just been careful about it. I'm just mindful. I'm a very mindful bitch. I don't be letting everybody lay their seed in me. Not only that, if they try it, I'm covered. All right. With that being said, keep y'all's broken ass homes over fucking there. Yeah, it's a broken home and y'all get mad about that. Y'all hate to hear that shit. I feel like that group of specific people, y'all hate to hear reality, bitch. You created a broken home. You fucked a bitch and you weren't mindful about where you led your seed. Let me be honest with you. You don't care about what you do. I'm not even finna roast y'all ass on how them kids is finna grow up and react because their parents wasn't together. Uh-oh. That's another big pill y'all gotta swallow. What is it? What is it? Fuck y'all. Shop where you can, bitch.
If you are a woman and you don't have any children, the smartest thing that you can do, well, one of the smartest things that you can do is not date a man who has children. When you are a single woman with no kids, you are like the finest part of the steak, like the juicy part, the good, tender, juicy part. That's what you are. If you're gonna date, it's only right, it's only fair, and it only makes sense to date a man that does not have any children. Doug, if this does not apply to you, but a lot of men who have children, they come with baggage. They come with bitter baby mamas. They come with child support. They come with the family already being well acquainted with the baby mamas, so they don't even give you a chance. Sometimes the men families, like their sisters, their mamas, their brothers, their aunts and cousins and all them, they'll plot against you with the baby mama. The bottom line is, do not do it, girl. You're going to save yourself a lot of drama, a lot of headache, a lot of worrying, a lot of complaining. And PSA, I'm not saying men who don't have children don't come with these things as well. That's not what I'm saying. In my opinion, it just only makes sense to date a man that don't have kids if you do not have any children. That's just like 1 + 1 is 2. I mean, it's common knowledge and it's common sense.